back to school period were impossible. We were one of the first banks to partner with a very young company in school pay at the time to start to collect fees digitally. And we all know what that has done in terms of transforming the way that particular part of, if you recall, the school fees queues outside of our branches would go almost up to the roadside. We had tents outside, and thanks to our partners at the time. So this is not a new partnership. This is the next evolution of the partnership. When the school said they needed short-term financing, almost 8 years ago, we introduced what was essentially the Flexiloan, a term loan, and that solved a lot of the short-term needs of our schools. And when the world shut down, the schools for 2 years were the first ones to come in and say, we'll waive the accrued interest over that time period. In the same vein, when schools said they want their loans faster, they want their loans cheaper, and they want more efficiency and flexibility, we were the first ones to call upon our partners at School Pay to bring to you the product that we'll be launching today. So the schools ask, we listen, we respond, and that's what today is about. Our partnership with School Pay, again, is more than 10 years old. I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank our partners. I want to thank our schools. None of this would be possible without you. We don't take any of it for granted. We don't take the sacrifices that you make in education, in educating our children, in educating our relatives. We know that it is a difficult task, perhaps the toughest job of all, but you still do it, and we commend you. And this partnership is about making your life even better and easier. And to the schools, we look forward to listening more. We will welcome your feedback. We will remain a trusted partner, and we would like to evolve as your needs evolve. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming. And I think Lois said I am officially opening. I would like to declare the session officially opened. Thank you very much.
It is an honor to welcome you to the official launch of this Stanbic Flexiloan with School Pay. Like Lois has said, I just want to maybe shed more light on our partnership with Stanbic Bank. We have partnered with them, of course, with the school fees solution for almost 10 years now. And it's an honor, really. Like Aaron ably put it, they are a bank of firsts. So we partner with so many financial institutions, and we are always innovating. And we always go with, the different things that we come up with to the different partners. But Stanbic is always quick to, move with us. And we want to thank you so much, Stanbic Bank, for that. So what we are launching today, it's first of its kind digital lending marketplace for schools in Uganda. And of course, Stanbic has walked this journey with us. And I believe that we would not be this far without you. So thank you once again. At School Pay, we have always believed in the transformative power of education. For years, our platform has helped schools digitize fee collection and administration. Today, we want to take a bolder step forward by empowering and unlocking access to finance for schools, enrolling them to maintain quality standards, invest in infrastructure, and focus on what matters most, which is delivering an exceptional learning experience for every student. And we believe that with this partnership with Stanbic Bank, it will demonstrate the power of collaboration, because we are going to leverage it with data-driven insights, to provide schools with this timely, responsible, and transparent financing. So, as we launch this, we are not just offering a product. We are creating a platform for transformation, one that will definitely strengthen the education sector, just like Aaron said. So I thank all of you who are here today. I thank the teams that have worked tirelessly to bring this to fruition. And just maybe to shed a little more light on FinCom and School Pay. School Pay is a product of FinCom Technologies. FinCom Technologies is a subsidiary of Service Corps Limited, and we are just, as FinCom, we have been mandated to deal with all the products of Service Corps that are regulated by the Bank of Uganda. So we are a regulated entity of Service Corps Limited. So maybe that sheds some more light on that.
Management and staff of Stanbic Bank, management and staff of School Pay, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. I am by the names of Margaret Nachintu Bossa, one of the directors of St. Francis Xavier Primary Schools. This school is along Entebbe Road. It's off Shell Cars. So you take that road that goes to Busabala. We stay in the village over there. So I stand before you today to express our heartfelt gratitude for the support extended to us through the loan facility of 7 million. We are sincerely thankful for the confidence and trust you placed in our institution. Allow me to briefly share this journey, which started on Tuesday, 11th November, when I missed a call off from Anita of School Pay. I've actually met Anita once in 5 years. So when I came in here, I couldn't even remember her face. So when I missed her call, I was like, what is Anita saying? So I got back to her the following day. She didn't pick. I sent a message to her, and she replied with a very exciting news about a new module called School Financing, explaining that our school was eligible to apply and access a loan to support our operations. She emphasized that the process was quick, convenient, and reliable, and indeed it was. Immediately, I informed my co-director, who gave me a go-ahead. Without delay, I logged into the system and began the application process, which I completed very fast, and with the help of Harriet. I've met Harriet here for the first time, but she was so helpful, and her team, as well as Anita and her team, they diligently supported me. So on 17th, that was a Monday, the bank approved the loan, and on Tuesday, the money was on account. So before I knew the money was on account, Anita called me, Harriet called me. I also received a message on my email, and it was reading this: your loan at Stanbic Bank has been disbursed. Please check your account to confirm. So I went immediately and found that the money was on the account. I was overjoyed, and immediately I called my director to share the good news. A short while later, Anita called me, Harriet called me. Hey, it was just all over. Just know it was good. So it was really a moment of relief and gratitude because we were able to pay salaries for October. Imagine it was mid-November, we had not yet paid salaries.
About $5 to make a $50 payment. And I'm using that generally. So around 10%. That is unacceptable. That's what we went out as School Pay to be able to turn around. And for us, that's what impact means. Reduction in the cost of doing business, but also impacting people to be able to allow them continue doing what they do best while the rest of the simple things are taken care of by technology. Now let me go to a school and using Margaret's story. I am struggling. The school fees came through, but not all of it. I have not paid salaries for last month. I need a quick loan to pay salaries. I will walk to, I don't want to use Stanbic Bank because it will, I'll walk to a financial institution and attempt to apply for a loan. Now, depending on the luck that I have, I will meet with the loans officer and they will ask me for you know what. Bring a huge file, bring your financials, bring, tell us about your grandmother, tell us about, there's so many things that credit people ask for. It will take me on average a week, if the bank is fast, on average a week to get a response. And that response, you know, could be positive, could be negative. The people that I employ back are uncomfortable. They have bills to pay at home, they have children to look after. I am looking bad as a school. What does this solution do? Totally transforms that. At the comfort of my school, I can log in, make an application, and I will know exactly how much I qualify for. I will be able to complete the process, and like Margaret said, I should be able to have this money within a day or two, and with time, as we get these things improved, in hours, or even in minutes. That again speaks to the transformative power of what we are developing today and what we are launching today. Now, we all know how critical education is, especially around this part of the world, what it means to human capital development. And when we talk about education, for us, our view at FinCom, at SchoolPay, is we look at the holistic picture. We look at the entire ecosystem. We want to be able to solve the challenges that are there for every actor, whether it's a parent, whether it's a school, whether it's a bank, or a telecom, a supplier, a content creator in education. We want to be able to come to your pain point and be able to solve that pain point. Now, we know that financing is one of the biggest pillars in sorting out the mess around education. Rather than worry about where to get you know, food for the students, salaries for the teachers, we want you to concentrate on making sure that you deliver a good learning experience, you deliver proper learning to the students that you have in the school. And that's why we are here today, to address that part. We are beginning this journey in Uganda. As some of you may not be aware, we do this in many other African countries, and we are particularly elated that this journey begins here with Stanbic Bank. And we want to thank you, our partners, Stanbic Bank, for being the first, for being able to tap into that vision that we came and sold, and you were happy to walk the journey with us, to understand our thought processes. We got together and have now created this product that we think is going to be, is going to create a revolution in financing. And we believe a number of industries should be able to pick a leaf from what we have done today and be able to expand this to the rest of the industries. Now, I would like to take special mention of
me to stand on existing protocol. Unfortunately, I'm not as clever and creative as Joseph to speak off cuff, so you'll please permit me as I go through my speech The English may not be as sophisticated as Joseph's, but we'll go with the flu all the same. Allow me to, first of all, recognize our partners in the House, led by the able Group Chairman Joseph, Matthias, and Charity. I think today is a special day indeed for us, as well as my colleagues from Stanbic Bank, Uganda today. Today, for me, marks the beginning of a partnership that I believe will significantly transform digital financial access for schools. Why do I say this? One would, wonder if it's just a coincidence that we are launching this collaboration at a time when Stanbic celebrates 35 years of driving Uganda's growth. But I dare say that it's not a coincidence, but rather the universe has orchestrated this moment such that, given that this partnership itself will drive growth in the education sector, and Stanbic in many ways is synonymous with growth. And as we renew our commitment to keep growing the sectors that anchor Uganda's economy, education remains at the heart of our economy, of our country's human capital development. As been highlighted by many speakers before now, our partnership with FinCom has come a long way. And through the School Pay platform, it does position Stanbic as a leading financial partner in the education ecosystem. But more importantly, it reflects our long-term commitment to supporting schools on their growth journey, on their journey to resilience and to scale. Why is education an important priority for Stanbic? I think many of you will bear witness that our commitment to the education sector is unwavering, and it remains a strategic priority for Stanbic. If I recall, just a few months ago, we were in the same venue, launching another solution that speaks to the needs of the education sector by way of, the USD collections. And as Joseph alluded to, constantly we have our partners throwing things at us that helps us to innovate, to solve for this critical sector. And here we are again, in strategic collaboration with our partners to bring you yet another solution designed to have meaningful impact to this very important sector. As an institution, we have come a long way in this sector. And as Aaron alluded to when it was opening, we are one of those, this sector went through quite a bit, a sector that endured one of the longest COVID-19 shutdowns globally. And there we were as Stanbic standing with you. Nearly 2 years of closure, but we're unwavering. There were many institutions at that time, unfortunately, that struggled to stay afloat. And for some that have recovered, the recovery has been slow. But during this period, Stanbic made a critical decision. We restructured facilities of our clients in this sector and even forgave unpaid accrued interest for schools whose loans had gone into non-performance because of the extended closure. Why did we do so? The truth is, our purpose, when we say Uganda is our home, we drive our growth, demands that we stand with the sectors that sustain our country's progress, both in good times and in difficult times. Our belief is that if schools thrive, Uganda will definitely thrive. So, what does this partnership really mean? This initiative is fully aligned with Stanbic's positive impact framework, which is anchored around 5 key pillars, being financial inclusion and access, enterprise development and job creation, infrastructure investments, climate resilience, and corporate social investment. This collaboration with FinCom via the School Pay platform brings a variety of these pillars to life for us. Starting with financial inclusion. Obviously, schools can now digitally access loans conveniently and transparently. And I think Joseph did a very good job of describing the process. From an enterprise development perspective, schools are enterprises. And just listening to Margaret's story in terms of where, they needed cash. You can imagine schools employ teachers, they have support staff, suppliers, and service providers. their ability to ensure a continuous, seamless operation, to meet their obligations, their financial obligations to numerous stakeholders at different times in a timely manner is further enhanced by this offering, which connects directly to the challenge that Margaret so ably described. Then when we speak about infrastructure development, schools are, in this day and age, the infrastructure needs of any reputable education institution are numerous, ranging from classrooms, ICT labs, sanitation blocks, dormitories, and administrative systems, just to name a few. Financing of these infrastructure requirements can be unlocked through this platform. Of course, we cannot fail to mention youth empowerment. And another coincidence for me is that today is my daughter's birthday. And when I think about it, stronger schools guarantees better learning outcomes for Uganda's young population. So when I think about my daughter and many young children out there, what we are doing today goes beyond just, launching a product, but we are actually enhancing the ability of schools to grow and to strengthen and to give hope to this young upcoming generation. What does this partnership in itself really do for us? For context, School Pay currently serves over 15,000 schools in Uganda today, if I'm not mistaken, and processes more than half of all the private sector school fees in Uganda. Now, through this partnership, Stanbic will provide digital loan access directly within the School Pay platform. And I think Lois did explain what that will entail. You will be able to find your pre-scored loan offer for faster access to credit. No more waking 5 a.m. in the morning just because you want to queue, or no more waiting for 1 week for the loan officer at the bank to attend to you. In terms of the amount, we can actually finance up to 1 billion aligned to the school cash flow cycles. So, Madam Margaret, I know you said we should increase the loan. It's already there. What you need to do is to make sure that all your school fees are coming through the School Pay platform, because the more of your collections that comes through that platform, the more it enhances how much you can obtain. The loan processing itself is real time. You can track the process, and it completely eliminates paper-based processes. The convenience has already been spoken to, as there's no requirement for any physical branch visit. I think you would agree with me that this is indeed a transformative step in school financing. At Stanbic Bank, we do pride ourselves for being trendsetters. And I know Lois said it, Joseph spoke to it. We will always aim or strive to be the first. And we're extremely excited at this opportunity to lead the charge alongside our valued partners from FinCom to strengthen our leadership position in the education financing ecosystem. But beyond the strategy, this is also about impact. Impact created by supporting school enterprises, many of which are women-led. Impact emanating from empowering our youth by strengthening the institutions that prepare them for the future. Impact arising from reinforcing the stability and competitiveness of Uganda's education system. Obviously, none of this would have been possible without the commendable work done by the Ministry of Education for creating an enabling regulatory environment that encourages digital innovation and collaboration. And for this, we are extremely grateful. We will, through Madam Sekali, convey our sincerest appreciation for the Ministry's long-standing support and partnership with the financial institutions and fintechs working to strengthen our education system. To our partners at FinCom, Joseph, Charity, Matthias, thank you.
Fees is a cry for the public. And if you analyze the education sector, you can see that financing education can be a daunting challenge for many institutions. You are aware we are affected by COVID-19. It made an everlasting impact on the financial stability of the schools, as my colleague Didas has told you. Especially the private schools were hit most, with prolonged closures leading to loss of income and increased operational costs. The private sector specifically has a number of challenges. It has high operational costs. Didas has been talking about the high taxes. The operational costs are indeed high, yet they have high dependency on tuition fees only, with inconsistent challenges, in the changing numbers of learners. Because if you depend on fully fees, that means you need the learners to sustain your what? Your institution. And there are more demands like technology integration in the education system. Even the regulatory compliance it is costly, it requires funding. And addressing these challenges requires strategic planning, innovative funding solutions, like you call it Stanbic Flexiloan, okay? It requires such solutions. It requires collaboration among stakeholders, and I believe in this room there are very many stakeholders regarding this. It requires, to ensure sustainability and growth, we need really to work together. This is where our innovative partnership comes into play. This Flexiloan with School Pay. Ladies and gentlemen, with the launch of this digital loan program, we are taking a bold step. We are taking a bold step towards addressing the financial barriers that all schools face. This initiative will provide timely and accessible funding to schools, enabling them to enhance their infrastructure, investment in technology. Now that we have the education digital agenda strategy, which will require every school to embrace, whether public or private, and also improve the overall quality of education offered to our children. Imagine a school that can quickly respond to the needs of its students, where it's upgrading facilities, acquiring new learning materials, changing with the change generally. Because as a ministry, we have very many reforms, but schools have lagged behind. They are not moving at the same pace with the change. Why do you think so? It's because of the financial constraints. To our school leaders, I know this, to our school leaders, I believe you are challenged. I believe you are challenged. You are constrained by the high operational costs, your dependence on institution fees, the dwindling learners, then they talk about those costs for regulation. I know you're challenged, but again, I urge you to embrace this opportunity. To embrace this what? Opportunity. I believe this solution has flexible terms. Okay? So long as they don't surpass the government policy of access. So long as that loan does not affect this poor parent who is supposed to look for money all over to ensure that the child is in the school. So please take it. I believe it has flexible terms, competitive interest rates, and user-friendly application process. It is an opportunity to unlock potential and drive progress within your institutions. However, it's my humble prayer that you exercise caution and responsibility when utilizing the digital school loan program. Should I repeat this? Yeah? Yes, Didas. It is my humble prayer that you exercise caution and responsibility when utilizing the digital school loan program, as the potential for misuse could lead to severe financial repercussions. We are experiencing such. There are schools which take up heavy loans, and they spread the burden to the what? To the parents, and the school fees hike. That's why government soon is coming up with a school fees policy to ensure that every child accesses. Because when we make these fees, when we make education very expensive, that means the disadvantaged will not be able to access education. While this program offers a valuable opportunity for schools to secure funding for essential resources and a valuable opportunity and improvements, it is crucial to avoid over-reliance on loans that may not be sustainable in the long term. That's where I want to caution Stanbic Bank and FlexPay. Make sure, it's good, someone said, for those who qualify. Make sure you give out those loans to schools which qualify. And what are the qualifications? A school must be legally operating. It must be licensed by the Ministry of Education and Sports. Either license is valid for only 2 years. What does that mean? If you're offering a loan to a school which is just licensed, the loan recovery shouldn't exceed 2 years because of the legality issue. After 2 years, a school qualifies for registration. Registration is valid for 5 years. I know Didas, the association is not okay with the 5-year registration, but it came about because the schools, I think they are living beings. They are given birth to and then they die. Okay?
And decision making is very easy. That's why you say 2 days. If you came to me and my other partner in a school, my school is called Good Shepherd High School, where you get it. You are on the system, but some classes have gone to another place. You'd ask me why. But Stanbic is our bank. School pay is our what? So you realize that it is very easy for our sector to take up these loans. In government schools or public schools, you will make corrections. And for us, we shall borrow. In our side, you shall also correct and pay your loan. So I wish that now that the bosses of Stanbic Bank are here, yes, you have branches, you also have suit soldiers on ground, but you need to be taken by an influencer, like the association. Not that you are not there, you're present. But Stanbic Bank is looked at as a bank that deals with big, huge clients. Yet, if you go to these institutions, you will get, and also the loan repayment of these big clients is also not easy, including myself. It's also not good, easy. They're not easy. So if you'd work out with us a strategy, and with the ministry, if they give you the opportunity, we take you to the countryside and you give us these loans. Lastly, you saved us after COVID. I remember mentioning it some time back in some other conference. After COVID, we were stuck. You remember public schools were given, Parliament approved that each public school should be given a COVID relief what? Fund. And for us, we were stuck. But when we came to you people were able to give us, I remember there is an institution where I'm a shareholder, but there's another institution of a colleague who is there, who were able to give us 200 million. 200 million, if I would tell you what that money did, it cleared the entire, it made the school very habitable. You can imagine after 2 years of lockdown and so on. So, Stanbic, you have 360 best product service, but you do need to, I don't know how comfortable that tower is,
you do need to really come to us and we discuss really issues and how you can get this. The other small, I not call them small institutions, but there are other institutions. They may not have the good products like you do, but they get on ground and convince our members and they get big loans from them. Stanbic is the best bank. I've been telling people about it, and I have no contradiction, fear of contradiction about it. You're the best bank. You have the big money in the country. You have the best interest rate, different categories, so many. But we are not benefiting much. We need to feed you. Good Shepherd has never taken up a loan of Stanbic Bank. Do you know why? I will not tell you why. That one shows you that we really need to do what? So as we do conferences, as you call us and we have good breakfast, let's get down, especially those of SMEs. We will discuss where are we. And with this school pay and FinCom technologies, you have brought the best service. There are some people who had approached us for something similar, but you have come in a big way. I'm excited about it, and I will pledge the necessary support. And I know our commissioner is here. She knows how we struggle